Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I will be reviewing the About Face Cheek Freak Cream Blush in the shade Score. This retails for $18 and it contains 0.35 ounces. I always wanted this shade. This was honestly the only one I was going to get before it was sold out when they were having that big sale. And honestly, even though it's only $18, you can 9 times out of 10 get it on sale. So even though this is like the reduced price, I would 100% recommend waiting until there's a sale, or at least like using a coupon at Ulta, whichever comes first, because while it's worth the full price, you should never have to pay full price. Now, let's get into the actual formula of it. This has the same exact component and the exact same feel as the other shade I have, which is in Cowgirl. I'll show you both of them next to each other so you can see the difference. Cowgirl is an orange shade, but it's more matte than this one. This one is kind of more like oily, but not on the face. It did feel that way when I first tried it on, and that's what the first demo will be, but then the second demo will be of the next day when I tried it on. And that one, I tried it over some blush, and I tried it on bare skin. And all of this will be tried on bare skin because I don't wear foundation, so sorry if you're trying to see it over foundation. I don't really do that. Yeah. This is a nice shade. It's super duper sheer and it's sort of a pinky lilac color over like a purple in your face, sort of like eyeshadow color. I do like it, and as you can see here, it is, like I said, kind of sheer. It shows your actual skin color underneath it and it doesn't blend in as much. So if you're not specifically going for like a purple look, this may not be the most natural thing to wear. But I specifically wanted it for that. Because as you can see here, it's super duper nice. It doesn't look super duper garish, it just looks more like a lilac toned pink shade. And you can see the difference between my normal skin and the blush. It's very pigmented, even though it's sheer. And it does actually tint your skin. So, not bad. It's honestly better than the Cowgirl shade if we're talking in terms of pigment. Especially on my lips, because the Cowgirl shade kind of blended it on my lips. Now, if we're comparing the formulas, like I said, this one is more oily. You can see in the pan that the matte shade, well, the orange shade is more matte, and this one's way more oily, and it dries down that way no matter what. The orange shade, it will be that oily consistency when you're actually using it, but it'll dry down. This is both of them dried down, and as you can see, it's more shiny on the Score shade. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna get on here and say that this shade just wasn't as good as the Cowgirl one, and that everybody should avoid Score, especially since this is like the most popular shade because it's the most accessible purple blush I've seen to where it could work on multiple skin tones. Because there's a lot of lilac blushes, but it's usually for lighter skinned people. And this one, I'd say would fare better on lighter skinned people, but at least my skin tone can wear it and it'll actually show up. And they have models of darker skin tones wearing this, so I would say it appears on darker people too. But this just didn't feel like the original when I first tried it. But after trying it in 2 different ways, like I said, one side has my powder blush that I constantly use called Call My Blush, and the other side is just bare but less oily because I actually like washed all the oils off my face when I took off the makeup the other night. So trying it in multiple different ways and seeing the difference in between it was helpful, and I 100% would recommend getting it, although I'd layer it with another blush if you'd want longevity, because I saw even after recording these segments for the video that it did fade a little bit more than the Cowgirl one. And maybe it was just a more noticeable fade because, like I said, this doesn't blend into the skin as much as the other one does. But I do like it when it fades, and this is something that leans more into being sheer, so I do like that. But yeah, those are all my thoughts on it. I'll continue using it, but I think that it's just as good, if not better, than any of the other shades. Like, comment, and subscribe. Do all that good jazz. Tell me if you ever tried any of these blushes, or if you'd like to. Did I sway you? And I'll see you in another video. Bye!